I'm BBM, and this is chapter 11 of my Tearing Saga 0% Growth playthrough. So firstly, you guys might have seen that I'm not bringing Viga or Mel to this map. Instead, I'm bringing Bartz and Muruju. So it's an indoors map in a cave, and I only have one healing staff, so I decided to bring, and Ketri is forced, so I decided to bring her instead of Mel. I brought Muruju because, as you can see right there, Muruju can one round KO the most of the axe using enemies in this map with Wonder Gust, and that's pretty hard to do because uh, these enemies in this map are pretty bulky. They've got a lot of HP and they have a decent defense stat, so there aren't any physical units on my team capable of one round KOing them, except for Raquel, but she doesn't count since she can't really lay the finishing blow. So yeah, Muruju is really helpful. Other than that, I didn't bring Viga along because, like I said, the enemies are quite bulky and his offense is a little weak, as I alluded to earlier, like a couple maps ago. He's not doing that much damage. And also, this map, it's just like, there's kind of a choke point there, and a bunch of reinforcements come starting the next turn, and it's just, like, people just get in the way there, as you're gonna see. So new units. So this is the first map where we can use, well, this is the first story map where we can use Holmes and Shigen. I say first story map because there's actually a map before this that I didn't record. You might have seen that Holmes didn't actually start out at 0 experience. That was because I had an encounter on the world map before I entered this chapter. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but this game has a world map. The reason I didn't say much about it is because when you're with Runin, the game pretty much forces you to go in a certain direction. It forces you to just move forward with the story. When you're with Holmes, you can pretty much just go around the world map as you please. So I think the idea is that you send your weaker units with Holmes so that they can get more experience and stuff, because you can have them face a bunch of optional encounters and stuff, and world map random enemies. But yeah, so I had to face one of those, and unfortunately, unlike in Fire Emblem 8, you can't retreat from them. But the majority of these random encounters are quite easy. Anyway, so earlier you saw the first instance of Thunder Sword Mater missing. Yeah, that's quite a weak start for somebody I've put that much effort into. Anyway, so here, you see something kind of like an instance of kind of AI manipulation. So the archers on this map move before the axe users, so I purposely didn't attack that axe user, and I left Muruju there because if he had to fight the axe users on the enemy phase, because he can one round KO them, but he gets 2 round KO'd in return, he would die. But the way it works now is that the archer just stands there and prevents the enemies from coming in and attacking him. Yeah. So that's what happens there. Unfortunately now here I kind of screw up. What my plan on doing here was that if Muruju equipped Wind, then after So like after the archer died on enemy phase, and then the fighter came to attack him, Maruju wouldn't die because he wouldn't run around KO the axe user, the bandit. But then I kind of forgot that I'd already attacked him last turn. So then, but yeah, anyways, you'll see. So some of the, so you can see like in this is another one of those maps where you have like some isolated units, and you have to like rush to protect them. So I kind of screwed up here. I should have had the axe user Samson. I shouldn't have had him like come up and attack, because when he stands at the very like furthest, he can only get attacked by one archer at a time, but there he got get attacked by three. Anyway, so yeah, I got lucky there, and Maruju dodged, and he also missed. So then that other fighter coming from the back couldn't like finish him off. So yeah, that was really lucky. Anyway, so the units on the side on the left, Samson and Alicia. So Samson is basically a better version of Bart's in every way, since he's got like higher base stats and everything, and he's got better skill. So he'll see use. I may or may not promote him. I'm not entirely sure yet. But yeah, he's pretty decent. Other than that, there's the mage Alicia. So I guess it's just a requirement for like games around this time to have a mage with a weapon that can attack twice, and which is like a thunder spell, because there's Fire Emblem 5 had Dime Thunder. This game has in this game Alicia has Brent Thunder, and then Berwick Saga, the sequel to this game, also has a mage with a thunder spell that can attack twice. So yeah. And Alicia is okay, her stats are a little better than Maruju, and Brent Thunder, her spell, although it's been retranslated to Mjolnir in this patch, is really good. Her stats still aren't all that great, so yeah, she'll probably see some short-term use. In terms of like the mage of my party, or the mage of Holmes's party, she'll probably replace Maruju, or maybe I might bring both of them along, because Maruju has been quite useful. But long term, I think there's still 3 more magical units who are going to see more use. And yeah, I actually haven't talked about Samson or Holmes and Shigen yet. So Holmes, our lord, he's a bow user, which isn't that bad in this game, because there's quite a few pretty good bows. But in addition to that, you can also pick locks. That's pretty cool. You can open doors and chests, which is why I didn't bring Uni along for this chapter, even though you see that chest. And by the way, speaking of that chest, so the win condition in this map is one that's unique to tiering Saga. It is the requirement to beat this chapter is to open all the chests in the map. Now there's only one chest in this map, and it's at the end. So essentially, it's kind of like defeat boss, but just take like one turn longer to also open the chest after. But there are maps later on in the game, chapter 16 especially, where there's like multiple chests all over the map, and yeah, you'll see when we get there. So this is kind of like a precursor introduction to those. So yeah, I could technically just have Holmes go straight to the boss and just like open the door there and kill him, and I'd recruit Samson and Alicia at the end of the map anyways, because I don't need to talk to them or anything. But the boss is actually kind of tough. He's pretty fast. He's got a silver sword, which is a pretty strong weapon and also pretty light. So it's quite difficult to double him. I don't think even Master Bow Raquel doubles him. Like, she hits him twice because it's the Master Bow, but she doesn't quad him. And he's got a wood shield, so So I decided to have Holmes come over there so I could rescue Alicia and have Alicia one round KO the boss with Brent Thunder. So yeah, that's what this entire detour of like 10 turns almost. Not 10 turns, like 6 or 7 turns is for. And Shigen. Shigen is... I think he's going to be... I'm not sure yet if he's going to be a little better or a little worse than Vega. Shigen's strength and stats are slightly better than Vega's. But he doesn't have the Shram. He does have a preferred weapon of his own called the Dullahan. The Dullahan is... it has a pretty nifty effect. If Shigen dies while having it equipped, he will revive himself. And in the process, he'll consume a use of the Dullahan and like gain some experience and gain like 10 experience. And you might think that's like awesome because then he'll just wade into a bunch of units and just slaughter them all with the Dullahan and like be unkillable. And while yes, he is unkillable, the Dullahan is really heavy and also really inaccurate. So it's kind of like self-fulfilling in some ways because a lot of the times equipping the Dullahan is what gets him killed because it completely ruins his evade and it makes it so that he can't double things and he misses things a lot when he has it equipped. So there are a couple of niche uses for the Dullahan, but not as many as you might expect from, you know, like self-reviving sword. Anyways, yeah, so as you can see here, Alicia just like destroys the boss. And yeah. Oh yeah, and one thing I should mention about this map is this map is actually kind of like a secret map. It's most chapters on the world map when you on the world map you can see like the boss of the map on the world maps. You know to go there, but you can't for this map. So it's kind of like a secret. So you can actually miss this map. Anyway.